Okay, here's the walkthrough. We're gonna play through the entire thing semi-slowly and then break it down. Okay, so it's all alternate picked in B minor, B natural minor, and we have some string skipping and then some regular picking. So we start here on the 5th fret of the A string, and we're gonna play 5, 7, 9, 6, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, and then back the same way, 7, 5, and then back again, 9, 7, 6, shift up to 7 and go 7, 9, 11, 7, 9, 10. So, and then again from here, that's the sequence. So we go up, back, and then shift up to 9 here again. So from the beginning. And from here we're gonna go, that's 9, 10, 12, 10, 9, 12, 10, 8. And then we'll shift up to 10. So, and we'll do the same thing on this string group. So we go 10, 12, 14, 12, 10, 12, 11, 9, 11. So, another fingering you could use for this is, if you want, but I tend to use the pinky. Both work though. So, and from here we go, same thing again. So we got 11, 12, 14, 12, 11, 14, 12, 11, and then shift up to 12. And from here we're just gonna ascend in the 3-note per string scale up to the root here on the 19th fret of the high E string. So we go 12, 14, 16, 12, 14, 16, 14, 15, 17, 14, 15, 17, and then up on 19 here. And then I just added this short blues phrase, which is just a bend from 17th fret to 19. And then you play 15 to 16 here. But you want to give it a slight quarter bend here, so if you want to get an extra blues sound. I mean, this is not a blues lick by any means, just happened in the moment that I decided to keep it. But alright, so again, once more from the beginning. Practice-wise here, I will work on the first string skip thing, like this. So actually exaggerating the difficulty here. So we're just going, because when you do this pattern, also you get 16 notes in total. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's really easy to do to the metronome. Right, and if you want to be really diligent with this stuff, I would play this pattern and start on each note. So we'll start on the 2nd note. On this note. Next one. And so on until I've started on every note of the pattern. That includes, you know, going back as well. So when I get back to this note, we'll be going the other direction. So right, so you get 16 variations. And if you want to be super diligent about this stuff, you would do that starting each variation with a downstroke, and then do it again starting each variation with an upstroke, and do that all over the fretboard. And if you want to be even more diligent with this stuff, you would do it with the 4 separate fingerings that I use for 3-note per string scales. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Right, so there's a lot of work to be done here. But it's a really good exercise, I feel, because if you can do that, just regular, string to string picking will be much easier. And you can get some really nice interval, more big interval type sounds when you do string skipping as well. Another variation you can do here, same thing with the different 4 different fingerings, would be to play them in turns. You would start on the first one, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. So you shift right away, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, 4. Right, and then keep moving that up. So there's a lot of stuff you can do here. And when it comes to the other ones, this one here shouldn't be that much of a problem if you work on this one, because it's basically the same thing, just easier. You might have problems with that type of thing though, when you have to shift on one string. It can be kind of tricky. So that's a thing that you should work on, I feel, because that's tripping a lot of my students up, at least, where might have not that hard of a time, going string to string, but when they have to shift on one string and keep the synchronization going, it's kind of hard. So in this case, so maybe just take this shift and work on that. So and again, check out how many notes you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then start on each note in the patterns in that loop. You can get the same benefits of this thing here. Takes a lot longer, but it's it's really looking under each stone, technically speaking. So, and you'll be much better equipped for improvisation. Again, an example of this would be. We'll start here instead. This one. And keep going like that, so you get to 10 variations. And do each variation maybe, 3-4 times, and then go to the next one. So you don't need to stay on any one for too long, if you don't have a major problem with it, of course. So that's sort of the first step, to be able to do each variation at a semi, slow but steady pace. Besides that, work on the rhythmic variations that I talked about before. You can check that out in the previous videos. And I'm probably going to make a separate technique practice video, so I explain each technique in detail, so you can just refer back to that. So I don't need to mention it in every video that I make, right? So it will just be easier. I can just tell you, and you can just check out the tag, and then you'll find it right away. Hope you like this one. If you have any questions at all, you know where to post them. It's below the video. And yeah, thanks so much for your support, and see you in the next one.